Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to grow a very special variety of aloe. So I grow a lot of Aloe barbadensis Miller. That's the varieties that I've been growing for years. And here is one that is pretty big and the leaves are massive. Like, look at the size of these leaves, guys. And it produces a ton of little pubs that I've divided and plant all over the place. I have two different varieties. This one here, all I know is it's just Aloe barbadensis Miller, and that's about it. I don't know if there's anything special about this one, but they do get very, very big. So they have massive leaves here that has lots of those aloe gel inside. And another variety that I'm growing is this one over here. Here it is. This one is slightly different than that one, because it has like sort of like spots and stuff. I'm not sure if once it gets bigger the spots will go away, because some variety will do that. But this one here, I got from my parent, and they have been growing this for many years, and the plant that they had are also very massive, except the leaves are not as thick, so the gel in there is not as thick as the one that I just showed you. Okay, here is my newest addition, and this was actually recommended to me, and I wanted to check it out, what's the hype is all about. This is from Stockton Aloe1. Somebody mentioned that they have some of the best aloe plants, and getting these was very difficult because they were always sold out. So I put my name on the list, and luckily I got one. And this one was $10.99, and then you pay for like $14 for shipping, so the total is like $25. So it's quite an expensive aloe plant. So I'm very excited to get this out of the box and grow it and see what it's gonna be like, if it's gonna be this big, and if it's gonna be like what people were saying, that it is one of the best aloe plant out there. Okay, here it is. Let's check it out and see what's in here. Wow, that is amazing. Look at the size of these plants. So I ordered one, and it was $10.99, and I was sent two. Wow, that is totally worth the price. Shipping is always expensive, of course, because these are very large items, so I can see why it's $14 for shipping. But I was only expecting one, and I got two, so I guess $25 is really worth it. I mean, you know, most of these companies can't really do much about the shipping cost, so just these two here for $10.99 is totally worth it to me. I love aloe plants, so let's go ahead and plant these, and I'm gonna follow through and see as they grow and compare it to my other aloe plants. I'm very excited about this, so let me go ahead and get this potted up. Alright guys, for pot size I decided to go with these medium-sized pots, because these plants can grow very big, and also they're gonna take a while to fill this entire pot. And also in the winter time I have to take them inside, so I want something that is not too crazy big and take up too much room. So with aloe, transplanting process, they're pretty simple to do because they're very hardy plants, but they do need soil that drain really well, because if you have soil that collect water like a pool, these aloes are succulents and they will drown eventually and they will die. So you need something that can drain easily, so that you just need a little moisture in the soil. In the beginning you need a little bit more moisture, but slowly you just need very little moisture, and they can stay alive for a very long time without water. So standing water is not good for them. So here I have some black cow manure and compost, just a little bit of it, and then I'm gonna mix in some peat moss, and then the rest I'm gonna use just potting mix. Okay, first what we're gonna do is we're going to fill it up to the bottom there with some potting mix. and I'm just using raised bed potting mix. And then we're going to add the mixture of peat moss and the cow manure. And that would make it a pretty soft type of soil. And then I have some of these really soft soil from Pro Mix. I just want to add it in here so that it can drain really well, and also it can hold moisture a little bit. Okay, that should be good enough. Our soil is nice and soft and it should drain nicely. So it's time to put our plant in. So here's our first one. So I'm going to put the smaller one in here. It's nice that they provide the roots and stuff like that. So it's going to recover nicely with all these roots. Okay, when you plant these aloe, kind of push down on it a little so that it can help the aloe stand up. And try not to get soil inside those crevices. Okay, so now let's give it some water. Okay, give it a thorough water and let it drain through. And then that's it. I'm gonna keep it under my patio away from direct sunlight until it recovers, and then you can slowly put it out into the sun. So that is it. We'll check back soon. Okay, here is where the aloe are going to stay. It's under my patio right now, and it will get a few hours of good morning sun, and then in the afternoon, like right now, it's getting shade. See, the sun is over there. So once they recovered and make progress, I will give you guys an update. Okay, it has been exactly 4 weeks and my aloe is doing great. So I made a mistake after the second week. I thought that the plants would already adjusted to the Texas heat. So I placed the plant in direct sun and it burned up. Look at this. So it started to change color, like see this color here? And also the leaf becomes much thinner, and that is when you can tell there is a problem. So aloe are desert plants, but it depends on how they were grown. So if they were grown in a cooler climate, and then you expose them to a different climate that is much hotter, they need time to get adjusted. So I guess that's what happened to these guys. Texas heat is just too much for them. So I took them back and put them into a place where they get morning sun and afternoon shade, and then they started to recover. So the brown leaves are the ones that were damaged from my mistake, but it is coming back and looking great. So the root system now is established. So I can now put them back in full sun again and they will grow. But they look okay. I mean, I guess they grew a little bit more than when I got them. And I really can't tell what is the difference between this and my very own aloe. So maybe once they grow a little bit more, I can see if there's a difference. But so far they are looking great. Let me show you my own aloe plant so you can see how big it's gotten now. Okay, here is my own aloe plant and it is enormous. You see how plump the leaves are? So I've been using this for so many different purposes, like sunburn and you know, mosquito bites or whatever. I just cut a piece of this and just wipe it on. And now they are starting to produce more pups. I've gotten a bunch already, and now I will get a bunch more. So this plant, this mother here, is just like a factory of aloe, I guess. I have a bunch of them in the raised bed, and now I have 4 more. And there's one on the other side, but she is amazing, very big and nice and growing healthy. So let me show you some of her pups, just in case you're interested. Okay, here is one of them. and I had no place to put these guys, so I just put them all over the place. And initially it took a long time for them to get adjusted, and again, sometimes when they get exposed to extreme sun, they can't take it until they get adjusted. So now this one's fine. It's been in the sun for months, so it's just doing great and growing like crazy. Okay, we have two more here, and these are the ones that were also struggling because I just placed them in direct sun right away, so they kind of died back, and it took them a long time to recover. So now it's fine again, so they should grow pretty big in very little time. And same with these guys here. I placed them in direct sun right away because I have nowhere else to put them. And this area, the soil is not that great. It's just basically mulch, and there's soil at the bottom, so it did take a bit longer for these guys to recover. And then I have some in the raised bed. Okay, and in here I have a bunch, and these guys were better because it's there's a wall here, and they kind of blocked the sun for the most part a few months ago, and then they recovered really well and they grew just fine. You see, look how big they are. There's one right here, and then there's one right here growing inside with all the watermelon, and here's another one here. See, and then I have another one right there, and I think here's one right here. So these guys are grown kind of like in part shade, and they are doing great. You can't even see them. You see, so here they are, but they are doing the best. So anyway, that is it for the aloe video, and I'm very excited about these, so I can't wait to see how much they will grow in the next few months, and maybe use them and see if there's any advantages of them over these. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.